How's it going, everybody? Just a quick update on the boat. This is going to be part 2 of the John boat restoration. I haven't worked on it a whole lot recently, ever since the last video I did, which was like in the beginning of May. It's just been really hard for me saving up money, only working part-time and going to school to have funds to restore the boat. So like I said the last time, I kind of went through what I was going to restore and how I was going to restore it. And in this video, I'm going to be doing the wiring for the lights in the back, because this boat had lights on it but they didn't work. And I'm going to go through how I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go through basically what else needs to be done to the boat. So I apologize, I'm sick, so that's why I sound a little bit congested. Otherwise, let's get into it. Alright guys, we're back. Went to Ace Hardware, picked up two 10-foot pieces of PVC. The one on the right is 1.5 inches, the one on the left is 1 inch. The inch PVC pipe, what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to run it underneath the trailer going all the way to the back. Well, not all the way to the back, but towards that axle there. I'm only going to be putting about 7 feet under it, so I have to trim it up about 2 or 3 feet. Like I said, it's going to run all the way back here, and then I've actually got a garden hose down there. I'm going to cut that up, and I'm going to run it back to the light right there. Because my original idea, I was going to run it through the trailer and drill a hole somewhere in there and bring them out. But that just seemed a little bit too tedious. So I'm just doing what my godfather suggested. He came over and helped me. He's going to come over and help me later. And then the PVC on the right is going to replace the PVC right there. I'm going to cut this in half. And the only reason why I'm doing that is because I'm going to use the white PVC as markers for when I'm backing up and when I'm driving, because I can't see the boat out of the back, out of my rear view mirror when I'm backing up or when I'm driving. So I just want to be able to see my boat. I just kind of want to know where it is. I picked up both of these for I think like $10. They're like $5 each. They're pretty cheap. The lights that I got, they're submersible lights, Pedersen lights. Bought them for like $20 at Fleet Farm. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg on lights. They are submersible. I recommend the submersible lights. You don't have to get them. But with this way the trailer was designed, if I'm backing this thing up in a launch, I would have to back up basically this whole boat into the water before I can actually back it up off the trailer. Another thing I did is I bought a trailer jack. Again, you don't have to buy one. I just bought one for convenience. You can pick those up for like $20 at Walmart or Fleet Farm. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a brand new winch, because I hate the cable and this thing's all rusted out and it doesn't work right. New rollers are only about $4 to $5 each, depending on the roller and the brand you go with. New winches are about $30. I decided I'm not going to mess with the tires this year, because I'm already going to be spending enough money on the plywood. I'm going to get the plywood. You guys already kind of saw what I'm going to do with that. And I decided, instead of wasting all the space down here, I'm going to have my godfather help me build or frame out the plywood so I can put, tackle under here and stuff like that. I figured out that I'm going to put a bunch of plywood on top here, kind of in between this, and it's going to lay on top so I can have a trolley motor in front. That's how I'm going to do that. Anyways, that's about it. So now I'm going to show you my process for attaching this PVC underneath the trailer. Before I can show you guys how to put it under the trailer, I just realized I have to mark everything out, measure stuff, and then cut it. I have a Sawzall. Didn't come with a blade when I bought it though. I got a different kind of a saw that I can use to cut this PVC. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'll get right to showing you what I'm going to do underneath the trailer for attaching that PVC. Okay guys, I'm back. I cut the PVC, the 1-inch PVC that goes under the trailer. I cut that about a foot too short. I measured it prior to cutting it and stuff like that, so I guess somewhere I went wrong with my math. But I'm not the best at math anyways. I was looking around for like 15 minutes trying to find my zip ties. Found them, they were in my basement. I thought they were in the back of the garage somewhere. So now I'm gonna attach the PVC to the bottom of the trailer, basically just using zip ties. It's not that hard. My godfather recommended that I also use half moon brackets, but I'm trying to keep this build as cheap as possible. I'm sure like maybe next year I'll replace the zip ties with brackets just to keep it more secure. Alright, let's do it. Okay guys, so I attached the PVC with 5 zip ties under the trailer. I don't think it's going to be that bad. The whole idea is that I don't want a whole lot of wiring exposed. I want the least amount of wiring exposed as possible. I only want maybe like a foot exposed at the most. Alright, so now I mentioned the garden hose. I'm going to take some measurements and see how much garden hose I'm going to need to cut off to make sure that it reaches the lights, and then we'll go from there. So that's what I'm going to be filming for you guys next. Okay guys, I got both pieces of hose cut, I should say. The thing is only one hose is going to fit into the PVC, so I'm going to have one zip tied to the side of the trailer, so it's going to be, so some of the wiring is going to be exposed. I don't know if my godfather will have a different idea or not, but I'm going to bring him over here whenever he gets the chance to come over, and we should be good to go. We should be able to get this trailer lit by tonight. The other thing is I'm going to have to get this thing out of the garage for him to work on it, because we're going to do it outside, because it's going to be a lot easier without the boat. What is going on, everybody? I'm back. The camera died on me before I had the opportunity to do all the wiring and stuff like that. So I just wanted to come in here now that the camera's fully charged, just kind of show you the light. Like I said, pick those up for 18 bucks. The only thing I have left to do is actually fuse the wires together. I'm not exactly sure how I should go about that, so my godfather's coming over. He's going to help me. But basically, I'm just going to take you from the front here, and then I'll kind of show you what I did. First and foremost, what I did is I measured the wire from the trailer to the truck to make sure that it wasn't going to be too long or too short. I just wanted it the right length. Underneath here you can see the PVC pipe, and then I attached a garden hose right here, ran it all the way up so the wires are just sticking out right here. There's only about 20 inches of wiring sticking out. It's not going to hurt anything, but like I said, what I was going for was I wanted the least amount of wiring exposed as possible. Again, zip tied the PVC, ran it all the way down. Then I cut up more garden hose, and you can see it right there. I basically just squished them together, put them in there, and then had one coming out, going under the trailer here, up, and it'll come out like this. So really there's only about a 6-inch gap between the wiring and the light, and I'm just going to wrap it up with electrical tape when it's all said and done, so the wiring itself isn't exposed. Did the same thing to the other side, went underneath it, went up like that. You can kind of see more clearly what I did with the PVC. And then what I'm gonna do next week, like I said before, I'm gonna get a new winch. They're about $30. And then I'm gonna be getting new rollers. You need 10 new rollers. Rollers are pretty cheap depending on where you go. You can get like get them for like $4, $5. As you can see, this one's completely shot. I don't know what happened here. I'm just trying to make the best with what I got. This isn't supposed to be some kind of an elaborate rebuild like you see from other channels like Michael Lopez and Fire Ant Fishing and stuff like that. I'm not looking for anything super elaborate. I just want something cheap, something that'll take me from point A to point B. So that's about it for today. The next time you'll be seeing me, I will be replacing the winch and the rollers. Have a good day, guys.